watching me, he's only 18. Got a girl, she's like Medusa, she's screaming. Hold up, she said, to make me suffer again. 'Cause here I stand, so independently. Why you running away? You running away. You running away. You running away. Oh, she's like the wind that penetrates you. And if you do know how to make her feel, then I understand why you drag her here. And if you knew what she's become, it's all on you. And if you think that she's enough, well, you got what you wanted. She's now in your world. I don't wanna make a scene. I don't wanna make a scene. I don't wanna make a scene so everybody watch she feels inside. I don't want they looking. I don't want they looking. What even are we acting so serious? So serious. So serious. You know that I hate it when they're looking. I don't wanna make a scene. I don't wanna make a scene. I don't make a scene. It feels inside. I don't want they looking. Hate it when they looking. What even are we? We acting so serious. It's making both of us so furious. Gotta make it all out there. Don't wanna have these people questioning. Gotta be open and more controversial. It's legend, everyone.
Mezzaluna, come and join us.
Yes.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
That is the type of music and the type of voice that I like. Very soothing, very calm, not too much shouting
Yeah.
here and there.
It
What
was-
about you? Do you
it
like
was-
that type of music?
It was very relaxing music, wasn't it? But I know as I've been reading the lyrics and I listened to the way you were singing, what you were singing about, it almost sounds angry, perhaps? Or is there a deeper meaning behind it? Can you
Yeah, I mean, the meaning behind the lyrics, it's like a deeper meaning, but actually it's pretty funny because it's all fiction.
Okay.
I was trying to find like another approach of how to write a song, and I thought maybe try to make a story, but in a medium of like a song rather than a book. So then it's angry because it's about like in a toxic relationship of like a girl wanting to be with this guy who's not really good for her, and so then yeah.
I see. That's pretty interesting because first time I see the title of the song, and after I did a little research of her background, the first thing that come up in my mind was maybe it's about your dad because the title is Legend, right? But then, after seeing you perform and paying attention to the lyrics, I guess it was just all fiction.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
It's not.
It's not.
Fiction.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so let's take a look at the title of the song. I mean, it's Legend, but it's about the heartbreak between, I think, from the perspective of a woman that's in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to call it Legend?
Legend. Okay, so basically it was during a time when it was called like Ask FM, like from like a social media thing, and I was scrolling through the timeline and I saw like these two couples that I actually don't even know of, but they're pretty like famous online.
Okay.
So then I thought of like the word legend because they were pretty known there in that social platform. So that's how I did it, but I don't know these people.
That's kind of unique because from what I know, usually musicians, they write songs based on their experience or from the experience of their closest ones, but apparently there's a lot of approach in making music, a song,
I was trying things out.
Anyways, who do you regard as a legend in your life?
If I say like in my music life, I'd say Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, she's my biggest inspiration, I think, in music.
So what about overall, not just music, but in this life?
In this life,
this
probably
world.
my mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, she's
Why
like here right
so?
now. I mean, she can do everything. She's in every role I know, she does it. So I guess that's who she is, who I aspire to be.
Very
Okay,
nice. Yeah.
wow.
I mean, that's your inspiration, but I can imagine, for a lot of our audiences, particularly people who like music, maybe they see you as an inspiration for them. So maybe I'd like to ask, how long have you actually been working in the music industry?
In the music industry, I started in the like midst of the pandemic.
Okay.
In the middle of like my uni as well. That's when it all started. My mom suggested it because she thought I should be more productive since I had to do online classes because of the pandemic. So then I had these songs that I made before in high school, and that's how we did it.
Okay, tell us more about your childhood. I mean, yes, maybe you just started working as a musician, you just started pursuing career in this industry, but I believe that growing up, you were exposed to this world, right? Because you see your parent do it before.
I guess so. I'd
Tell us
say.
more about it.
I mean, growing up, it's like a pretty normal thing, I think, for me, because I've seen my dad doing it. So then it's even weirder now because I don't see him doing a 9-to-5 job. So
Right.
then it's like, it's not a part of like the culture in our family. So I think that plays a big role in me, in like the artistry that we have in our family. I think we're more like liberal in a way, in the sense how I grew up.
Very interesting. And I can imagine because, your dad was a musician, you must have gotten a lot of support, or at least, they must have been very supportive when you decided to take into this industry.
Yeah, I'm glad that they let me do what I enjoy and like, and I guess in a sense I also can have like a perspective from someone that has been in the industry for quite a while. So it's pretty reassuring.
All right. I know that earlier you've mentioned Amy Winehouse as one of your inspirations, but I believe that a musician has a lot of inspirations, not just coming from one musician. Could you please tell us more about that?
Like more inspiration in music?
Yes.
I'd say if it's not just a singer, I mean the genre, I'd say jazz.
Okay.
Because of Amy Winehouse too, and I started playing the guitar because of jazz. And I guess most of the songs that I've made so far has been based on jazz chords. So I think it's like a big inspiration to me. And I'm glad that there's a new musician, Leve,
Okay.
that she's bringing back jazz in this century. And I'm like so up for it because
Right.
I really like that.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell from your music, or at least that particular single, Legend, that of course it was inspired by Amy Winehouse and jazz as well. And speaking of which, how many singles have you actually released so far?
This is my 5th one.
Your 5th one?
Yeah, so I have 5.
Okay.
You
Any-
have 5 already, and you wrote all of those songs yourself?
Yeah, I wrote it like 7 years ago actually when I was 15. I had like this school project in high school where I could make anything I want, and I don't know why I decided to make an album. It's like, I don't know, and then I just left it alone for a couple years until the pandemic happened, and I touched it again.
It's like a blessing in disguise, the pandemic.
Probably, yeah.
It made her productive at least,
Yeah, it
right?
did.
And out of all the songs you've wrote, which one is the most memorable for you and why?
Memorable. I guess probably the first one I released, which is In Situ.
What? Sorry?
In Situ.
Institute.
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's about like my own personal experience.
Okay.
It's about like being. Oh, it's so cringe to talk about it, but in like a relationship.
All right.
In a relationship with a guy who's like not really interested or something like that.
I bet a lot of people relate to that song.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What would you say? What would you say is the most challenging part of songwriting for you? Because I can imagine. I mean, when you mentioned Institute, that was quite obviously it was from your own personal experience, and
Yeah.
maybe that may have made it harder for you to write, or is it something else?
It's pretty interesting because I think that was the fastest
Oh,
one
really?
I've ever written in my
Okay.
entire life so far because I think I was just feeling a lot of things and I think it just poured out like it was like writing a diary and it just made it into.
It almost became like a therapeutic medium.
It
didn't
is, yeah. So
It's like journaling, you know?
yeah,
Exactly,
it is.
Could you perhaps maybe tell us some more about the creative process in writing a song? Because I'm always curious
Yeah, me too.
about that, you know? How do you write songs? I know musicians have different methods in writing one, but what about you? Do you come up with the lyrics first, or do you come up with a melody first, or the chords? Tell us more about it.
I think I write lyrics 1st. Sometimes if I feel things, like if I'm feeling sad or happy, I would just like write things down in my notes on my phone. And then when I feel the need, or when I feel like I want to write a song, I would just play chords in my guitar and then like loop it and then see and match the lyrics that I've made before.
See,
So
okay.
pretty much it's been like that.
She made it sound so easy.
She did. She really did. Yeah.
All right, we still have lots of questions for you, but we're gonna have to take a little break. See, the stories will continue after that break, so please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.